Merry Christmas. Okay, I wanted to share today what a typical waking up Christmas morning looks like for an American versus an Irishman. Okay? Because I'm just wondering if Santa Claus treats the Irish the same as the Americans. So we're going to find out.
He's nicer to us.
He probably is. Okay, I'll go first. So basically, we'd have Christmas Eve dinner, and then we'd be gifted one gift, which was always matching Christmas pajamas. And we'd watch probably the Santa Claus, or if it was really late, we would go to bed to prepare for Santa Claus. And then we'd wake up around 5 a.m. and come downstairs, and typically all of the Santa Claus gifts were unwrapped. So I'm curious to hear if his were. And then all the gifts from our parents were wrapped underneath our tree. And let me set the stage for you. Our tree had every ornament that we've ever owned on it. Some may say it's tacky, but we call it sentimental. Because we'd have every crafty ornament, every first baby, first Christmas ornament on there from 20 years. So that was always special. And then basically we would first look at all of the main gifts from Santa. And then we would find our stocking, and mine would always have a pomegranate, a clementine, loads of treats in it. And then we'd go grab gifts one by one and watch everyone's reaction to each individual gift. So it was like a 2-hour experience every Christmas morning. But that was basically it. And then we'd go back to bed because we woke up so early. And then we'd have a homemade breakfast. And then we'd always see a movie on Christmas Day in the afternoon.
What time on Christmas morning would you normally get up at?
I mean, sometimes really early, around 4 a.m., but typically I'd say 6:30 a.m. What about you?
Okay, so Christmas for us in my family changed throughout the years, but on average, Christmas Eve was usually a night when we would watch different types of Christmas movies. We would definitely have the matching pajamas as well. I don't think they were necessarily a present. It was more just time to get into our new pajamas that we got just for Christmas.
So you didn't unwrap them?
So we didn't unwrap them, no. And then typically over the years, again, it changed, but Christmas Eve was the night that we'd open gifts from aunts and uncles, grannies and granddads, kind of.
Okay, we did do that occasionally if extended family were at the party.
And then sometimes if my parents got us things other than what Santa was going to bring, we'd open them the night before. So then we would go to bed and we'd be all excited for Santa to come, and we would wake up at unearthly hours. We'd get up at 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Yeah, we'd barely go to sleep. We'd go to sleep.
What if Santa didn't come yet?
That happened a few times. A few times we woke up, my dad was like, "Go back to bed, Santa."
And did you have a chimney?
Yeah, we had a chimney.
Okay. Oh, and did you leave out milk and cookies?
Yeah, milk, cookies, some carrots for Rudolph.
Carrots?
Yeah.
The cutest.
A couple of years we didn't have carrots, we'd leave out apples and stuff.
That is so cute.
So we would get up on average, I'd say around 2 or 3. Again, it was a couple of hour ordeals. One thing that was kind of unique, I think, in our home was that Santa would leave a trail of magic glitter. And so the glitter, now bear in mind, we had carpets throughout the majority of our house.
See, yeah.
So
that would be my parents' worst nightmare, and that's why Santa did not do that for me.
It would leave, it was my parents' worst nightmare too, but Santa still did it. Anyway, it would leave this big trail of gold glitter up the stairs into each of our rooms. And we would, one of our traditions, and my dad kind of started this, we would scoop up all the glitter with a dustpan, and we would dump it in the fire and turn on the fire, and the fire would be green and purple, and the glitter would make the fire all
This is some Harry Potter stuff going on. That's amazing.
Anyway, that was a tradition my dad kind of started later on, but yeah, we'd always do that. We'd always scoop up all the glitter and light it on fire. And we would come down, we'd be up until maybe 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. And all of Santa's gifts would be in different piles. So I'd have one pile, my brothers and sister would have another pile. Aww. And then typically we would take turns.
Were they wrapped?
No. Yeah. So again, over the years it changed. Typically, no, they weren't wrapped. Then towards the end, there was a big stocking that they were in, this big massive stocking. So and then we'd all watch each other open the gifts, and we'd take turns pile by pile. Sometimes we'd go youngest to oldest, oldest to youngest. It would change. So yeah, that was it. And then we usually had another little stocking at the end of our bed that was just full of sweets, chocolate and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And so yeah, we'd get up Christmas morning, have some breakfast, and then my childhood, we would always go to our church and have like a hymn service for like 45 minutes. So that was a staple for us growing up, was that we'd always get dressed Christmas morning and go and sing some hymns first thing in the morning, and then come back home and get ready for Christmas dinner.
I'd say our childhoods were kind of similar then.
Yeah, pretty
in
similar.
general.
Comment below, what was your typical Christmas like growing up?
And did it look anything like ours? If you have anything very unique, please share and let us know where you're from.